How are things going so far here now? You're able to get some work with the team?
It's been good, man. Just, stacking days by days, learning the playbook, learning guys' tendencies and things like that, trying to fit in at this time of the year, just kind of, get the idea of what a Bengal is and things like that. So, it's been good, though.
When starting with the new team, what is the biggest thing you have to figure out through OTAs?
I think, the quarterback's tendencies, what he likes, what he doesn't like, kind of understand your offensive line, especially when you're a running back, and kind of see what's guys' strong suits and, weaknesses and things like that. So, that's kind of what I've always paid attention to. Been no different. It's been real good so far, learning these guys and getting them a chance to learn me as well.
What have you learned about Joe so far?
All business type of guy, which I love. So get a chance to play with one of the best quarterbacks in the league and things like that. That only makes you want to elevate your game and just do your best day in and day out. And I think that's, kind of everybody.
We hear that from a lot of people, like the all business thing with Joe, but obviously none of us are out there playing with him. What do you mean by that?
Just locked in, focused, details, on all the small things. Those are the things that kind of change the game. It's not about, who's better than this guy. Can you dominate all game, things like that. It comes down to the small things, especially, a lot of these games in this league is, come down to the last possession, and details play a big part in that situation. So even during this time of the year, that's a big thing for him.
Is there an example you can give us where you really saw that from him?
Usually at this time of the year, you don't really get quarterbacks doing, they see a look and get into a whole different play. But that's how locked in he is, taking pretty much game reps right now.
How's your chemistry with Chase?
It's been good. And, just getting the chance to learn all these guys in the room. It's been good. He's a hard worker. Fast, explosive, and all those type of things. So, any way I can help him and things like that, any way he can help me, he's been helping me as well, learn this offense and things of that nature. So, but, it's been real good, and, definitely looking forward to see what he can do.
Do you feel like your games complement each other well?
I'm sure they will. I think, we're definitely two different type of backs. Like I said, he's crazy fast and explosive. But I think that'll, play a good role in offense. Keeps the defense on his feet, on his heels, whatever. And then, you get guys fresh all year long and things like that. So, like I said, I'm looking forward to continuing to build that chemistry.
What's different about this running back room specifically?
All these guys play, had snaps and things like that in this league. A little different places I've been. But, it's really a lot of similarities. Just guys want to come to work, do things together in this room and things like that. So expect the best in competition.
Obviously, there's a lot of focus on Joe Burrow, the passing quarterback, and what he can do through the air. But what about the running game? What are you learning about what Joe expects and what Zack expects from the running game?
Yeah, my job is to come in and do my best each and every day. Whatever has been in the past, I don't know anything about it. So, my job is to come in and do my best day in and day out. So I'm looking forward to, like I said, just right now we're just building it, getting the chemistry with the offensive line, getting the chemistry with O-line coaches and everybody like that. It's a team thing when you run the ball. It's not a one-person thing. It's a team thing. Everybody got to be on the same page to make things go. So we're just putting building blocks and things like that. And, when that time comes to put it on display, we'll be ready to do that.
How much has Justin or Scotty maybe been involved with y'all in what y'all want to do in one game? Has he talked at all, like the new staffer coming in? Has he been involved at all in what y'all do in the run game right now?
Yeah. The run game has to be important, and it will be, from everything I've heard and things like that. So, like I said, right now it's hard to kind of get a real feel with what a run looks like, feels like, with no pads on and things like that. But like I said, when it's time for that, we'll be ready.
What's been your impression of Frank Pollock so far?
Yeah, he's been real good. Just watch how he coaches his guys and how they pay attention to details and things like that. So it'll be great to continue to learn from them, learn from him, and kind of see, week in and week out, kind of what, big details that help me going into a game.
I'm sure when you signed here, there was an expectation that you're signing with a team that's ready-made to be a contender. You've seen the roster. You've been around this group. I know Jamar and T aren't here, but does this look like that to you after seeing it now for a couple of months?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these guys were here, 2-3 years ago when they made that run. Obviously, then the year after that, up to the AFC Championship game, and things like that. So, this team has had a lot of success, but, every year it's what can you do? It's not what you've done in the past. So we got a lot of good group of guys that love to work hard, and I'm excited to be here, excited to be a part of that now. And my job, like I said, my job is to come in and do my job at a high level and do it consistently. So that way, hopefully, when it's time to make that run, I'm playing a big part in that.
This fan base loved Joe Mixon and what he accomplished here. Is it hard to come in here after a guy that accomplished as much as he did?
Yeah, I mean, I probably would say, yeah, I've never been in a position where you can come in after a guy who's had so much success and means so much to a fan base. I mean, I remember watching Joe just throughout the league, remember college and stuff like that. So, definitely I think it is big shoes to fill in that sense of things. But like I said, my job is not to worry about the past and things like that. It's to go out there and do my job at a high level. And whatever my job looks like, that's what I'm going to try to do and be, as consistent as I can be at that.
When you join a new team as a running back, how do you build that chemistry with the offensive line?
I mean, you kind of you do things with them mainly, but it's all built out on the field, just kind of. But right now, it's kind of hard to do that just because we're not running the ball to that extent and things like that. But, training camp is that time where you really build it. They kind of get a feel for what type of back you are, and you kind of get a feel with the guys who are going to help you get to where you want to get to and things like that. Like I said, I'm looking forward to continuing to building those relationships with everybody in this locker room.